And I'm going to talk about another person. If we turn to book of 1 Kings, 1 Kings, chapter 18. Okay, let's go to chapter 18, verse 21. Can someone read for me?
Elijah went before the people and said, "How long have you waited for me to repent? The Lord is right, follow him. The Father follow him."
Yes. So Israel at that time was rejected, or has rejected God and was living in sin. And the idol worship has become part of their life. Okay? Although their command was not to mingle with the locals, not to adopt the customs of the locals, not to follow the worship pattern of the locals. But as you know, they have rejected God and they were worshipping the idols. And he has met the king Ahab, and he's making arrangement that he wants to demonstrate to them that who is real God. So he has called people to come and witness what is going to happen. So we know the story that he has given the challenge to the prophets of Baal and said that, "Come, you set up your altar, we will give you a sacrifice, and I'll set up my altar, I will set up my sacrifice, and the condition is that you don't set fire on the sacrifice. You pray, and if your God is true, let him set the fire on the sacrifice." Okay? So we have here about 450 prophets of Baal, and a whole lot of people watching, and Prophet Elijah standing there, and he is smoking them, "Come on, cry, come on, shout, call out your name of your God, and let him come and consume your or accept your sacrifice." Then by the time of sacrifice came, Elijah starts his work. He goes around, because at that time the altar was broken, it was not in use. That means, that indicates they were not doing any sacrifice. They were not worshipping their God. So he puts the altar in order. He sets up 12 stones. The 12 stones are indication of 12 tribes. Okay? Then he also asked the people to dig a trench around the altar, and after everything was put on place, he tells them to pour 4 barrels of water on the sacrifice. Okay? So he asked them to do it 3 times. So 4 barrels of water 3 times is 12 barrels of water. Again representing the 12 tribes. The offering, the offering of 12 tribes over the sacrifice. Then he declares. So let's read that verse. If you go to verse 36, please. Verse 36, if someone or 37. 37, someone read 37 for me.
Lord, answer me, so these people will know that you, O Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again.
Yes. Now see, the prophet is asking for God to answer immediately. So that, what is the purpose of that? So that people will know that you are the Lord. Because they have seen the prophets of Baal, they have been praying since mourning, but nothing is happening. But now he is praying to the living God and saying, please answer this time so that the people will know that you are the God and that you are turning their hearts back again. So the purpose of the sacrifice is that they will know and they will turn back to worship the Lord. So it happens when the fire comes, we read, it consumes the sacrifice, it consumes the wood, it consumes the water evaporates, and surprisingly we will read further, it consumes the 12 stones they have put in. It consumes the sand or the dust around that place. So that was so powerful. It was so powerful that it consumes everything on the path. Isn't it? We are worshipping the Lord of consuming fire. We are worshipping the Lord of consuming fire. So he is so powerful, and people fall and worship, and then they take the 450 prophets to a valley and slaughters them. So that was the end of the 450 prophets. Now, after this is done, verse 46, please. Verse 46.
However, the Lord came upon Elijah, and tucking his cloak into his belt, he ran ahead of Ahab all the way to Jezreel.
Yes. So from the place where the sacrifice was taking place, now he is going to go. But we read first what he has in his hand. The power of the Lord came upon Elijah. So the power comes first. The power of God comes on Elijah, and then what he does? He tucks his cloak and ran ahead of Ahab. When we read this, ran ahead of Ahab means Ahab was a king, so he was going by a chariot. So the chariot would be much faster, isn't it? It should be going faster because many horses pulling that chariot. But what we read, prophet was ahead of the chariot. That means he is going by the power of the Lord. It's not by his physical strength he is running. He was a very old man. But when the power came, he could do anything, isn't it? So he is running. Now why I am telling you this story is, he was a very powerful prophet, isn't it? So when he tells that the Lord answer me today, the fire comes and consumes. We read later on, not only once, many times the fire comes and consumes the people. Isn't it? When he asks for it, it does. So he was a very powerful prophet. So today we have such powerful Christians. They go and heal sick. The message is so fantastic. So we hear a lot of good thing about our ministers or prophets, and we praise the Lord. But are we free from the attack of Satan? No, we are not free from the attack of the Satan, including such powerful prophets, including such powerful preachers, including such powerful healers, because we are always in struggle with powers of darkness. We are always in struggle with powers of the dominion of darkness, isn't it? So he reaches just right, and Ahab's wife is Jezebel, and Jezebel is daughter of king of Sidon, and they worship idols. So in fact, all the 450 prophets belong to her God. And now Ahab comes and tells his wife, oh, your 450 prophets have been slaughtered. And this is by prophet Elijah. You can imagine how the lady might be reacting. Oh, she declared, by this time tomorrow, I make sure that his head is off. Isn't it? That he is going to face the same fate as what he did to my prophets. Let's go to chapter 19, verse 3. Chapter 19, verse 3.
Elijah was afraid and ran for his life. When he came to Bathsheba in Judah, he left his servant there. While he himself went a day's journey into the desert, he came to a broom tree, sat down under it, and prayed that he might die. I have had enough, Lord, he said. Take my life. I'm no better than my ancestors. And he lay down under the tree.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks at this time. Now, verse 3 says, he was afraid. Verse 3 says, he was afraid. Just now we saw, he was doing a mighty miracle. He sacrificed with the 12 barrels of water poured on, and nobody set fire. Just by prayer, the consuming fire came and consumed the sacrifice, but the next moment, he is afraid. Afraid of a lady. We need to be, but we need to be, but now he is afraid of a lady, isn't it? So he has come in flesh. The last verse of chapter 18 says, the power came on him, he ran in front of the chariot. Here in verse 3 in chapter 19 says, he was afraid. So he has come on the flesh. He did not ask God for his safety. He did not pray at that time. He was afraid. See, this is what I'm trying to tell, that even if you are a powerful person in spirit, but the power of darkness is always after you. You have to be watchful of when that you are going to be away from the spirit. If you are not watchful of that, just like the great prophet like Elijah, that we might also be afraid of the powers of darkness. So he runs. We read in the second part of verse 5, I'll be quick. And all at once an angel touched him and said, get up and eat. Now let's first see his prayer. He prays, sitting under the tree, I have heard enough, Lord. Take my life. He said, I am tired. Enough of going after these people, enough of teaching, enough of preaching, but nothing is happening. Now my life is, that lady wants to take my life. Better you take my life. Okay, so he has gone into the desert. There is nobody with him. And he has prayed that you take my life. I am no better than my ancestors. I am just like one of them. We do all mistake. We commit sin. We forget you. We don't worship you. So I am not better than my ancestors. But what the angel does? What the angel does? Come on, man, get up. And you have a bread to eat. Isn't it? That's what the latter part of verse 5 says. Get up and eat. He looked around, and there by his head was a cake of bread, baked over hot coals, and a jar of water. He's lying down in the desert. So the Lord knows what is required for him at that time.